What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and today I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to GPU mine Zephyr. That's right. Why am I doing such a crazy thing? Let's find out. So coming into HiveOS, we can see right here, the top coin, most popular, does look like it's ZEPH, coming in at 12%. HiveOS is one of the most popular mining operating systems that crypto miners use. Now, the funny thing is, here as the algorithms per GPU, and second place is RandomX. 17% of all GPU miners are using a RandomX flight sheet. So let's just scroll on down a little bit more. The most popular GPU on HiveOS for NVIDIA is the 3070, 12% users. AMD is 20% at the RX 580 Polaris card at 8 gigabytes. But we can see down here that NVIDIA is 72% of all the GPUs on HiveOS. So there's very little AMD cards. So of that 72%, 12% of all the users are RTX 3070 users. So now we're coming into the miners slash GPUs, and the top mining program being used is 19% XMRig new. XMRig is the miner used for ZEPH. So I am not 100% sure how HiveOS does take its statistics. As we can see, ZEPH is 12% of the most coins being mined here in the operating system, and RandomX is the second most popular coin. Now, I don't know if this is all straight up CPU miners or if it's, a whole bunch of GPU miners that it is in the algorithms for GPUs here, or if it's mixed rigs where you got GPU rigs on it and then they just throw in their, little Intel 2-thread CPUs or something, whatever they got in their system there on ZEPH to add that extra coin in, and maybe it's being counted because it's a GPU rig. So that could be a very good reason why it's being calculated. Again, I have no idea how this is working. As we know, GPUs on the RandomX algorithm are horrible. So I was like, you know what? It's been a very long time. I'm going to try an RTX 3070 on ZEPH and see what the hash rate and power does look like. So here I am in HiveOS. I have the CPU turned off and I have CUDA enabled, and I'm using the Zephyr miner fork. I couldn't get the GPU to run. It kept giving me invalid algorithm and everything when I used the normal XM rig. So I did use the Zephyr fork and it seemed to work. There's various forks out there that might work as well. This is just what I'm going with for now. But I'm finding some pretty crazy things here. So I'm going to come back into here, and right now we can see the CPU says it is running at 734 hashes, but the GPU is also saying 732 hashes. I'm just going to crank this up a little bit. I'm going to put 1800 on the core here. I'm going to apply this, and funny things going on is actually the CPU goes up as well. So I don't know if it's just reporting both on both sides here or what's going on. If we go to our shell in the box here, we can kind of see that it is saying Intel set here, RX 0, 2 threads, and then down here on the NVIDIA side is ready in threads 1 of 1. Now I did test this prior just with the CPU only to see how much power this system is using with the CPU mining, and it was saying about 38.8 watts or so. So I want to see how much power this GPU is using, but as I change any settings on this GPU, I do see an increase in hash on my CPU, as we can see right here. So I don't really know what's going on, what's mining, what's reporting what. I do have the CPU turned off, but now I'm actually going to turn the CPU on and see if it does anything different. Okay, so it did ready the threads on both sides here right next to each other. If you look back in the other one, you can rewind it or something. It didn't say this. It just had the one for the actual GPU. So now I'm going to go into here, and we're seeing more hash rate on this Intel CPU, and we're still sitting around 1 kilohash. I have no idea how much I'm actually hashing away at right now, but at the wall, we're currently looking at a power of about 176 watts or so is what it's looking like there. So if we subtract that 38.8 from the system when the CPU is mining, that's about 137 watts that the RTX 3070 is using for just over 1 kilohash. Now, just for reference, Ryzen 3900X does do about 13,500 hashes at around 132, 135 watts or so. So I'm going to put in, just over 1 kilohash here. So I'm going to go 1 0, whatever that was. Let's just have a quick peek here again. So it's looking like 1.057 kilohash, 1057 kilohash, and we were using about 137 watts. So now I'm going to go 11 cents per kilowatt hour. We are here at the CPU mining calculator at rabidmining.com, my website. I'm going to calculate this, and now we got to find, it's going to be near the bottom here because right now we're seeing all the Ghost Rider coins are actually in profitability based on that 3900X. But RandomX, Monero, Zephyr, we could see if you had free power, that'd be making you 7 cents. With 11 cents per kilowatt hour, you're actually losing 27 cents or 29 cents per day. So it makes 0 cents to be mining on your GPU for a RandomX algorithm, especially when this 3070 could currently be making 19 cents after power on Beam or something. All right, guys, so just a fun little test here. Like I said, it's been a long time, but I was curious how Hive does predict its statistics and how it kind of takes those, and seeing such a massive influx of one, ZEPH being the top coin, and two, XMRig is the most used miner for GPUs, seemed kind of interesting. So let me know, are you one of these that are running XMRig with your GPU rigs? Are you mining ZEPH on GPUs, or do you just have it working on your system and it's being counted as a GPU coin because it's on a GPU rig mining GPU coins? So thank you for checking out this video, guys. Nice little test. I was curious how RX does do on a GPU. As we can see, it severely sucks. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.